Om Shri Mahaganathipataye Namaha. Hi my dear students. Today I am going to explain you two important concepts in circles. They are arc and segment. Before I am going to explain these two concepts, let us first recall the definition of circle. Circle is collection of points. It's a collection of points which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point. Which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point is called a circle. The fixed distance is called radius of the circle, and the fixed point is called center of the circle. Okay. And if we consider the real life examples for a circle, bangle is the perfect example for the circle. Bangle. And generally we used to see this a circular disc. We used to call it as a circle, but it is not a circle. It is circle and its interior. Or we can call it as a circular region. We can call this disc as a circular region, not a circle. That's why I told you, a bangle is a perfect example for the real life example for a circle. Okay. Now, suppose if this bangle is dropped down at a certain height, from a certain height, what will happen to it? It will break into pieces. Then what we call each piece? Each piece is called a piece of bangle. Is it right? Each piece is called a piece of a bangle. In the same way, if a circle is divided into number of parts, each part, if a circle is divided into number of parts, each part is called an arc. Each part is called an arc. Here you can see the circle is divided into number of parts. Here AB, BC, CD, DE, EA. Number of parts. Each part is called an arc of a circle. Let us discuss something about arc of a circle. See, there is a circle with center O. Suppose a circle is divided into exactly two parts. A circle is divided into exactly two parts. Here, in this example, ACB is one part, AEB is another part. So two arcs. A circle is divided into two parts, and each one is an arc. Here, two arcs we got. One is arc ACB, the other one is arc AEB. If you observe the arcs, one is a greater one, the other one is a smaller one. So the greater part of the circle is known as major arc. Major arc. And the smaller part of the circle is known as minor arc. Minor arc. Now, suppose when a circle is divided into two equal parts, means arc ACB, here in the second figure, this is the first figure, the second figure, arc ACB equal to arc AEB. Arc AEB, if it is divided into two equal arcs, then what we call those two arcs? Each arc is called a semicircle. Each arc is called a semicircle. A question arises. Can we find out the length of the arc, whether it is minor or major or a semicircle? Yes. And how can we find out it? Let us see that one. Let us see that one. See. A circle with center O. We know that the angle at the center of the circle is 360 degrees. Okay. See here. When the angle at the center of the circle is 360, then the length of the circle is, we know it is 2 pi r. It is 2 pi r. Now, consider 2 points on the circle A and B. And this AB, arc AB, this part of circle AB is called an arc. If we join those 2 points with the center, then this arc is making certain angle with the center. Okay. Suppose consider another 2 points on the circle. If we join those 2 points with the center, we are getting another arc EABE, and those two, and that arc is making a certain angle theta 1 with the center. That means when the arc is increasing, angle made by the arc at the center is also increasing. When the arc is decreasing, then the angle made by the arc at the center of the circle is also decreasing. That is what we have to observe. That means the length of the arc of the circle and the angle made by it at the center are in direct variation. Means when the angle is increasing, length of the arc increasing. When the angle is decreasing, length of the arc decreasing. Or we can say when length of the arc increasing, angle made by it at the center of the circle is increasing. When the arc is decreasing, angle made by the arc at the center of the circle is also decreasing. That means the angle of those two quantities are in same ratio. That means theta by 360. Theta is the angle made by the arc at the center, and 360 degrees is the angle made by the circle at the center. That ratio is equal to length of the arc by length of the circle. That is what you have to observe. Once again I am explaining. The angle made by an arc at the center and the angle made by the circle at the center, that ratio if we take, which is equal to the length of the arc, which is making an angle theta at the center, is equal to length of the circle, which is making an angle 360 degrees at the center. These two ratios are equal because they are in direct variation. So the ratios are equal. Now from this, if we do the cross multiplication, then the length of the arc into 360 degrees is equal to theta into 2 pi r. The length of the arc of a circle equal to theta by 360 into 2 pi r. This is the formula to find out length of the arc of a circle, where theta is the angle made by the arc at the center of the circle, and 2 pi r is the circumference of the circle, and 360 degrees is the angle made by the total circle at the center of the circle. Now, second concept I want to explain you is area of sector. First, let us know what is sector. Consider a circle with center O and radius R, any radius. Suppose there is an arc AB there is an arc of AB. If we join the center to the end points of the arc, we are getting a region. We are getting a region over here bounded by these two radii and the arc of corresponding arc of those two radii. And this region is nothing but our sector. Sector. Okay. So how can we define a sector? Sector is the region bounded by two radii and their corresponding arc in a circle is called a sector. This sector may be either minor sector or major sector. This is a major sector. This is also a region bounded by these two radii and their corresponding arc over here and the arc AEB. Here, sector AOBC is the minor sector and sector AEBO is the major sector. Here. So, how to find out the area of sector? That was the next concept. How to find out this? See here. Here also, if you observe, when the arc or the when the area of sector is increasing, then the angle made by the sector or the particular arc at the center is also increasing. When the sector is decreasing, angle made by it at the center is also decreasing. That means here the area of sector and angle made by it at the center are also in direct variation. That means theta by 360, that means the angle made by the sector at the center and angle made by the circle at the center, that ratio is equal to area of the sector by area of circle. These two ratios are also equal. So, here when we do cross multiplication, what we will get? 360 into A equal to theta into pi r square. Then area of sector is equal to theta by 360 into pi r square. This is the formula to find out area of sector, where theta is called sector angle, pi r square is called area of the circle, and 360 is angle made by the circle at the center. Now, see, let us go to the back once again. About length of the arc. What we got? Theta by 360 is equal to L by 2 pi r. That's what we have observed now only. And now this one. This one means when the theta is increasing, area of sector increasing, length of the arc also increasing. That means from these two equations, what we can conclude? Theta by 360 into L by 2 pi r is equal to A by pi r square. A by pi r square. Everyone kindly remember or by heart this relation so that you can solve the problems easily. Now, we have to find out or we have to extract a formula. How to find out the area of segment? First of all, let us know what is a segment. Let us consider a circle with center O. There is a chord AB. There is a chord AB. If you observe, a region was bounded between the chord and its corresponding arc, the shaded part. This is called segment of the circle. Segment of the circle. Okay. So, if we define a segment of a circle, it is the region bounded by a chord and its corresponding arc. Again, segments are of two types or three types. One is minor segment, this one, major segment, this one. Suppose when we draw a diameter, the region bounded by a semicircle and the diameter is known as semicircular region or simply semicircle, whose area is half pi r square. Generally, we used to calculate area of semicircle is this formula because semicircular region is half of the circular region. So we know our area of circle is pi r square. So area of semicircular region is half pi r square. So no need to say anything. You can know that one by observation. Area of semicircle is, because it is half of the circle, its area is half of the circle area. So half pi r square. Now my aim is how to find out area of a segment, whether it is minor or major. So what I will do here is I will join the endpoints of the chord AB with the center so that I can form a sector. Here AOBE is a sector. Now, in order to find out area of segment, what I have to do? I have to find out what area of sector AOBE. Then I have to subtract area of triangle AOB from that. Then I will get area of segment. We know the formula to find out area of sector, theta by 360 into pi r square minus. And what is area of triangle? Where theta is sector angle over here. So what is area of triangle? Now I am going to tell you a formula for finding area of triangle. It is applicable to all types of triangles. No worry. Kindly, blindly follow that one. So that one is half r square sin theta. Half r square sin theta. This is the formula to find out area of the triangle when we know the sector angle. You can apply this formula for any type of the triangle. So this is the formula to find out area of the segment when radius of the segment and the sector angle is given to you. Area of segment equal to area of sector AOB minus area of triangle AOB, that is theta by 360 into pi r square minus half r square sin theta. So my dear students, I think you understood this concept very well. Dhanyavad.